Have you ever heard of the concept time in the market instead of timing the market? Stay tuned to find out what that means. I think a lot of people get really bogged down with saving money because they just don't know where to start, especially if you don't have much of a financial background or you never really talked about money growing up and you just feel really overwhelmed. Not to mention you feel silly or maybe in some ways stupid because you know that there are certain things that you should probably know about, but you just never really bothered to ask for whatever reason, or no one told you. I don't want you to feel that way anymore because I'll tell you this, in my 25-year experience working in the financial industry, you are definitely not alone. And I mean, you are so not alone that there are bankers that still don't realize the benefit of saving. Okay? So, why don't we start with this? I think one of the biggest sources of overwhelm is finding the money to save. Finding the money to save and invest. And some people actually think that saving and investing are somewhat the same. And I guess in a way it is, because the whole concept is really putting money away and not spending it, right? But saving money is not the same necessarily as investing that money. I'm sure a lot of you have heard the term passive income. If you're just taking, let's say, $50 from every paycheck and throwing it in a coffee can, that's saving. That's taking a portion of your income and putting it away. That's storing it away. Safe. Store, safe, saving. Investing is taking that $50 every 2 weeks and putting it into something that's going to help you make more money. Okay? And so, for instance, looking at an investment fund, I'm sure a lot of you guys are familiar with that. You're basically placing that $50 into an investment fund where we have experts that are choosing which companies to invest this fund in, and you essentially are getting a piece of the pie of big companies like Microsoft or Google or Amazon, things like that. Without having to do the thinking, you want to find somebody or a company where they have proper, solid investment options. Okay? That's investing, where you're basically putting your money in a place where it actually makes you more money, which essentially is passive income. You didn't have to actively earn that income. You actively earned the $50, but that income, that $50 is going to make you for the future, is passively being made. Okay, so if you're thinking, oh, it would be cool to have some sort of passive income. That's what the passive income is, guys, is basically you investing your money. Now, how do you do that when you can barely pay the bills? You're feeling paycheck to paycheck. You have a lot of debts. Trust me, at the end of the day, if you sit down and you do a cash flow analysis, or what I call budgeting, you'll probably find pockets of money where you can actually put away to invest. Now, don't get me wrong, saving money and putting it for a rainy day is definitely something you want to do as well, but not necessarily all of it, and maybe not even most of it, okay? Most of your current after-tax income in the category of savings should be invested, because let's face it, when you do stop working and actively earning an income because you're older, your body can't handle it anymore, you're older, you're going to need some income. It's not magically going to fall into your lap when you're 65 and decide you don't want to work anymore. You actually have to save for yourself. Okay? And if you're under the impression that the government's going to take care of you or you have a pension at work, you are not thinking right, because you're not going to be able to live the same lifestyle as you are now. That's silly talk. That's assuming that somebody is going to make sure you have the same lifestyle in 20, 30, 40 years when that just doesn't seem at all feasible. Okay? So if you're thinking, oh, I got a good pension, I would ask you, what's a good pension? Tell me. Okay? I've just went off on a tangent. Really, at the end of the day, you can really start investing today, but it really comes down to knowing where your money is going, obviously having a debt freedom strategy, so knowing when you're going to be debt free 100% and controlling that, and then incorporating 70 and incorporating some sort of savings in that cash flow or budget analysis. And again, if this is something that you're already tightening and you're like overwhelmed and anxious about, reach out to me because it's really easier than you think. I can help maneuver this for you, or I can teach you how to do it too. Anyways, I got you all. Have an awesome day.